In this video, you're going to learn how to conduct the field activities required to submit a monitoring report. But before we do that, make sure that you have an account already set up at pamfportal.net, and then come back and we'll continue. Monitoring for PAMF happens each July, and the corresponding report should be submitted by August 1st. That way, you can receive management guidance by the middle of August each year. Before you head out into the field, make sure that you have all the necessary equipment. You're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil, or you can use a smartphone or some sort of web-capable device. You're also going to need vernier calipers, a quarter-meter quadrat, and some GPS-capable device. Now that you have all of the necessary equipment, make sure that you write down the WebHub provided coordinates before you head out into the field. First thing you want to do in the field is retrace your management unit boundaries. You can use your enrollment GPX file as a guide. To estimate percent establishment, weave through the unit to gauge the amount of area which Phragmites occurs throughout the unit's boundaries. Remember that stem density doesn't matter, only consider the portion of your management unit that contains live Phragmites. You can report this as either 0 to 10%, 11 to 50%, or 51 to 100% establishment. Depending on how you enrolled your management unit and how you set those boundaries, you may not even start with a management unit that's over 50% established. We suggest that you take photos each time you visit your management unit so you can answer future monitoring questions. Next, you'll navigate to each of the 5 suggested monitoring locations. Coordinates are provided on the WebHub under the View Management Unit tab. If a suggested location does not contain any live Phragmites, is outside of your management unit, or you lose GPS signal, please navigate to a new random location. Further instructions for creating a participant-established location can be found in the PAMF Participant Guide. Record your new GPS coordinates if possible. Once you've navigated to your first monitoring location, set up the quadrat, being careful not to place it where you've been walking. If your monitoring sites are underwater, you're still able to monitor at those locations as long as the live stems are present above the water surface. Simply float the quadrat on the water surface to take the measurements. Count the number of live Phragmites stems within the quadrat, including only those that are rooted within it. Make sure not to count other similar-looking grasses. Some stem counts may be as low as 8 or 10, despite the presence of dead biomass, sometimes making stands appear much denser. Next, you'll need to take 3 stem diameter measurements using the vernier calipers. Measure as close to the ground as possible. To minimize bias, measure 2 stems from opposite corners of the quadrat and then 1 in the middle. The quadrat has 2 opposite colored corners as a reminder. To read the instrument, find the last number on the main scale before the 0 hash mark on the vernier scale. Record the main scale's number as the stem diameter in millimeters. In this case, we would record the stem diameter as 9 millimeters. If your monitoring site is submerged under the water, measure the stem diameters at the water surface. Now assess the Phragmites within the quadrat for signs of stress not associated with your management actions. If the majority of the Phragmites within the quadrat show signs of stress, record that type of stress as either environmental, pathogen, or insect herbivory. If uncertain, report uncertain. We encourage you to take pictures of the signs of stress and upload them along with the monitoring report to the WebHub. Environmental stress may include wind damage, drought, or flood-induced stress. Pathogen or fungal stress can appear as dark spots on leaves. Insect herbivory appears as holes in the plant tissue or insects actively eating the plants. Insects simply present on the plant does not necessarily indicate stress. Repeat this protocol for all 5 monitoring locations. Record any unique conditions or characteristics in the notes section of the monitoring report. If you have further questions, please refer to the Resources tab on the WebHub, or feel free to contact us at pamf@glc.org. Thanks for participating. You're now ready to submit your first management report. And be sure to check out all of the PAMF how-to videos on the PAMF WebHub.